Looking 10 years into the future, what will be in my handbag collection? Oh, it's an Hermes box, so I guess I'm looking for more Hermes in the next 10 years. Let's talk about that. Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name's Clara Z and I do videos on luxury handbags and fashion items. So I have been tagged by my wonderful friend and YouTuber Kat L on how I see my collection in 10 years from now. If you don't know who she is, I will put links down in the description box below. However, the tag is about what I see will still be in my collection 10 years from now and what I think I will add in the next 10 years in terms of luxury items. So well, in 10 years I will be in my mid to late 50s wearing these, and I'm already wearing reading glasses so you can see how big my eyes are, and likely by then I could be still working but towards the end of my career and perhaps looking to wind down into a more casual lifestyle. So I thought a lot about this in terms of what I think I will still have and other items I will add to my collection. So let's first start talking about the items I think I truly believe with almost absolute certainty. And don't forget, we're all women, so we're allowed to change our minds from now and then. Nothing is forever, but at this point, I do see these items in my collection for the next 10 years. So my favorite handbag at the moment and my holy grail is my Hermes Kelly 25 in the goatskin with the gold hardware. This is definitely my holy grail bag. I really feel I can wear until I'm 60 or 70. Always will be in my collection, and whenever I feel like I need to be more put together, go somewhere fancy, or just want to treat myself, I would definitely bring this bag. And if some of you don't already know, between a Birkin and Kelly, I am definitely a Kelly girl. So of course, definitely I would also keep my Kelly 25 in the return here. It's a more casual bag, whereas the Cellier, it is more put together, a bit more formal and serious. I can definitely see myself still using this Kelly 25 return, and so far I have used her more than the Cellier. It's just easier to get in and out of, less fuss, it's more malleable, it's more casual, so I absolutely love the Kelly 25 return, and definitely I can see myself with this bag still in 10 years time. And speaking of Kellys, of course, the Mini Kelly 2. Definitely, I can still see this in my collection 10 years from now. 20, I don't know. It really depends on how long this kind of small bag trend goes on for. However, I think this makes a lovely kind of a evening bag or kind of a quick errand bag. So I can still see myself using this in another 10 years. So in terms of Hermes, I am a Kelly and a Lindy girl, and probably my biggest workhorse bag, the one that I use the most, is the Lindy, and I have it in the mini Lindy, and to me this is the mini bag. I mean, this bag can do it all. It can crossbody, it can shoulder, it can hand carry. The capacity is fantastic, and I love the workmanship and the leather on this mini Lindy. And perhaps in the future, if there is an opportunity, I would love to have a second one, but I'm perfectly happy to have one. So if I had to choose one casual bag, this would definitely be the one to keep, and I can foresee myself still using this 10 years from now, either in this color, or maybe if I'm fortunate enough, I'll have a second one in another color. And of course, if I'm still working, and I do think I'll still be working, this is definitely my workhorse for work. It is my Hermes Lindy 26. I've been using this for the past couple of years, and this is a bag I could just never put down. It is extremely roomy, it's subtle, and it's a bit understated, so anytime I feel like I need a a luxury bag for work, but I don't want it to be over the top but tasteful. This always comes out. It's easy for me to get in and out of. I don't always zip this. I just open and close the flap. It carries a lot and it's just perfect. And because it's black, I never really have to baby it, and it's in Clemence, so it's very hard wearing. And I keep saying this, if anything at all happens to this bag, I would definitely, without a thought, replace it, likely again in black and hopefully gold hardware, just because I use this bag so much and it's such a workhorse for me. Definitely, I cannot see my life without this Lindy 26. That is how much I love and use this bag, more so than my Kellys and my Birkins. And of course, it goes without saying, I love all my Hermes bags, and definitely my intention is to use them for a lifetime, but for the purposes of this video, I just picked my absolute favorite ones to share with you in terms of what I know for sure will be with me in 10 years. And then moving on to Chanel. Now, I think a bit shocking and controversial is that I'm not so sure I will still have a lot of Chanel 10 years from now. I really love my Hermes. I used to really love Chanel and I still do. However, my tastes have changed subtly and I kind of like the subtle, understated, high quality, nice materials and comfortable, low-key type of look. So I may still have some Chanel, but I'm not so sure I'll still have a lot of Chanel 10 years from now. If I really had to think about what bags I would still have from my Chanel collection, likely it would be one of the mini bags, which is my mini rectangular Chanel bag. So I have one in this red patent color, and I also have one in this black and gold color. I don't know if I'll keep both. Perhaps one day I will just keep one. However, this will likely be one of my few Chanel bags in my collection. And of course, surprise, surprise, I think I will still have this micro bag. I don't know if the trend will still be here, but it's my only micro bag and I can see a use for this in case I just need to carry a couple of cards, my key, and my headset. That would just comfortably fit in there, and I would wear this as a crop spotty for quick errands, or if I just needed something secure under my jacket. So this has a use in my collection. I don't really have any other micro bags, so I think this will be my one and only one. And what I've learned over the journey of my handbags is that generally I'm usually looking for a bag for a certain capacity, and I tend to go to the same ones. So I try not to repeat the capacity or the use purposes too much. And in terms of micro bags for those purposes, I think this will be my one and only one, unless something happens to it or it falls apart, whatnot. Otherwise, I think this would be my one and only micro bag in my collection in 10 years. But we don't know how long this trend is staying, and we don't know if this may annoy me eventually. So let's just say I think it will still be with me in 10 years time. So having gone through the bags I think will still be in my collection in 10 years from now, let's talk about how the collection will change or what bags I will add. And as some of you know, I have to start wearing reading glasses now. Now, the thing about reading glasses is that these do take up some space in your bags, and maybe in the future there will be a fix for that. Maybe there will be a special type of laser to fix that, or maybe some of these glasses will be available in different formats so that they're not as bulky. However, because I do occasionally need to bring these with me when I go out, then the size of the bag does become a bit of a concern. In addition, I think that as I age, I will probably want bags that are more carefree. They might be lighter or easier to use. So I can kind of understand why I see a lot of older women carrying things like Longchamp or even Le Sport Sac, and it could be simply because it's made out of nylon, it's easier to get in and out of, it's less maintenance, it's not as hard on your shoulders, etc. So I can see myself probably gravitating towards more kind of like Longchamp or nylon like bags, maybe more Prada, maybe. I don't know. For sure, what I know I want to add to my collection is definitely I can see an Hermes Constance bag coming into my collection. And as I mentioned, I'm definitely a Kelly girl, so I could see maybe another Kelly 28 or another Kelly 25, or maybe even more bags in color, because I think that as you age, although I do prefer neutrals at this point, eventually I think older women, they prefer something with a pop of color. They could be Hermes, or they might be just something very inexpensive. And at some stage, I don't think my collection will be too big, because I do want to rotate the bags, and I don't know if I have so many situations whereby I will need so many different bags for so many different occasions. However, I do hope that I'll have more colorful bags in the future to match with more neutral clothes maybe, or who knows, maybe I could suddenly become a person wearing a lot of sharp colors, because I know in my 20s I was going crazy wearing a lot of sharp colors, although I have definitely toned it down a lot. So I see myself maybe adding more colorful bags to my collection as I age. And to be honest, 10 years from now, you know, gravity kind of sets in, and so there will be other things maybe more important than my bags, such as my skin and my face. So I used to have a nailist. She was in her 60s, and she told me that when she was younger, she used to buy a lot of luxury shoes, clothes, and even bags. But as she grew older, she used a lot of her funds more towards her skincare and to her face. So it's really interesting. So maybe 10 years from now, this channel could become less about handbags and more about skincare and face. And as evidently you know, I already recently bought this tool, and it was not cheap. This was around 11,000 Hong Kong dollars, which is the equivalent easily of something like an LV bag. But you know what? It was really worth it, because it really helped me to lift some parts of my face that were sagging, and it was really effective, and definitely I felt it was worth it. Was it cheap? No, by no means was it cheap. Was it worth it? Totally. So I could see myself investing in a lot more beauty tools or skincare with age, and maybe buying less bags and using it more for skincare or other hobbies in my life, because at some point I think life will slow down. I won't have so many fancy events. I won't be doing so many corporate things, and so I won't need as many bags, and I like to use my bags, and I don't like to just leave them on the shelf just for viewing. I'd rather use the money towards something else like my face, which is equally as important, if not more important, than my bags, correct? Would you agree? Would you sacrifice some of your bags to save your face? Yes! So thank you so much to Cat L for this tag. I had a lot of fun thinking about what bags I think will still be with me in 10 years, the type of bags I think I will add, and also some of the changes that may go through my collection as it shifts from bags to skincare. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, and you're welcome to join my journey on my luxury journey, please feel free to like and subscribe, and you can also follow me on Instagram. I will put links to my Instagram somewhere here down below. And of course, if you want to support my channel, you can always buy me a coffee. I'll leave links to where you can buy me a coffee also down in the description box. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I look forward to see you next time. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye now.